Hey guys, and welcome back. Today is another update video for little William because he just turned 7 months old. 7 months old, guys. Oh my goodness. He's still in size 4 diapers and 6 to 9 month clothing, but some of his clothing is getting a little tight. And I just moved up some of his little romper playsuit things to the next size. So he'll be a 9 to 12 month clothing any day now. I honestly need to go to the store. Maybe that'll be in a future vlog. Another thing is his hair. Oh my gosh, it's grown so much. When he was born, he had a little bit of like brown hair and most of that fell out. And then he's been kind of bald, rocking a little mullet in the back for a while, as you guys know. But his little mullet has lightened up and his hair is grown so much, and it is blonde. I have a feeling it'll darken up as he gets older, but right now he's a little blonde summer baby and we are loving it. Let's chat some milestones and then we'll get into baby-led weaning and sleep updates. So for the bulk of this month, really he didn't like learn any new skills until the last week and a half. It just skyrocketed. I don't know what happened. This kid has learned so much over the past week. It's insane. So I mentioned in his 6 month update that he finally was rolling over. Now he can do it with ease, either way, back to front, front to back. And just literally like 2 days ago, he rolled over onto his stomach and got into the crawling position like that. Like he didn't hesitate, got into the crawling position, and started the little rocking movement. And Will and I are just like, when did this happen? At this point, he really does not like laying on his back. He wants to sit, stand, or if he is on his back, he'll immediately roll over and get into that crawling position. No movement or scooting has really happened yet, but I know it's coming. And then his legs are getting so strong. I showed you guys in the last update, he's doing the little walking movements. Of course with our help, but now he will hold onto his crib and just stand there and kind of rock back and forth and just gain his balance and his footing, and he loves it. We're letting him get in that practice, but when I try and take him away, he gets so mad. He just wants to stand all the stinking time. And 2 days ago, I don't know what it was, about 2 days ago, guys, you'll see there's even more. So he got into the crawling position 2 days ago, and 2 days ago he also stood on his own. I had him just standing and like holding on to my fingers, and out of nowhere, he just gained his balance, flat-footed, let go of my fingers and just stood there, and he was so upset. He got wide-eyed, and about 10 seconds of standing there, he just burst into tears. And when he burst into tears, he started falling over because he wasn't focusing on his balance. But I, of course, was right there to catch him and console him. So standing is coming very soon too. We just gotta get over that fear. He was definitely just like, what in the world am I doing kind of thing. The squealing stage that was last month is kind of dying down. He's still talking and giggling a ton and loves to talk to himself in the mirror. And if he sees a little video of himself on our phone, because we Snapchat all the grandparents, we will show William him, you know, giggling and talking to the camera, and he just loves it, and he just cracks up every single time he sees himself. Going into this month, he already knew the word up. When we would say it, he would kind of raise his arms to like let us pick him up. He also knew mama and dada, because whenever we would say dada, he would look toward Will, and whenever we say mama, he would look for me. So this month we are really consistent with some new words, the main one being milk, and we're also doing the sign, which is milk. So every time we are going to feed him, bottle, or nursing, we just say milk, milk, milk. And a couple weeks of that, he caught on. He, of course, can't do the hand signal yet, but when we say milk, he kind of leans toward me like he's going to nurse. When he sits down in his high chair to eat, we'll get to the baby-led weaning stuff, don't worry. You guys know it's my favorite topic. So he's go food, food. We're also teaching him car, which we don't really have a sign for, but when I put him in the car seat, I say car, car, which he does not like the car, but I'm trying to like prep him for the car. And then we're also trying to implement all done. Now, with all done, I'm personally having an issue, guys. Let me know in the comments. We're teaching him all done, so I'm like, all done, but we're also kind of teaching him to wave all of a sudden, which I'll get into. So is all done more like all done? I don't know. I think we're gonna kind of change it to all done, even if it's not the proper way, because we went grocery shopping 2 days ago, guys. Literally 2 days ago. I don't understand. Crawling position, stood for a minute, and now this, all 2 days ago. It's nuts. But we're standing at the checkout and the cashier just was waving the whole time. Scan, wave, 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 talking to him. So, you know, it's probably 5 minutes of waving, and he just extends his hand and goes like that. And Will and I looked at each other like, nah, no. But then later that day, we were waving to him and he did it again. So he's definitely learning to wave, which is really, really fun. Once he learns to wave, then he understands the concept of moving his hand when we move ours, and then hopefully, you know, the milk sign and all done, and all those signs can start to happen eventually. Not trying to rush it or anything. He's still just 7 months, but like, oh my gosh, I feel like he grew up in the past 2 days. Quickly check on William, and he is still fast asleep, and I'm currently a dad established in 2021. So next up is feeding. We are still exclusively breastfeeding, but William has started solids. He hit 6 months, he could sit up unassisted, and it was time, and we are doing baby-led weaning, as you guys have seen. It has been so much fun, an absolute blast, but it is so much cleanup work. Like, oh my Lord. But I know it's worth it, and we're continuing on, and he's been doing honestly so great. We're trying to implement different foods with different textures. We've been offering finger foods as well as spoon, you know, like the preloaded spoon method pretty much. And he's also using his open cup almost every day. So, oh yeah, that's another word we're trying to teach is water, but he hasn't really caught on, I don't think, to water. He was into the open cup, but then we introduced food and he's like, screw this cup, I want this food type of thing. So he's all into the food. And let me check my app. I'll actually go ahead and screen record for you guys. I have the Solid Starts app, which you could get for free, but I pay for it so you can track it. And it shows you all the foods that he's tried. So he's tried egg, avocado, mango, blueberry, yogurt, cilantro, mushroom, black bean, prunes, pineapple, broccoli, tomato, bell pepper, kiwi, carrots, apple in applesauce, steak, banana, sweet potato, and oats. Oh, honestly, I feel like there's something else. Oh, peaches. He tried peaches yesterday. And then tonight he's actually trying salmon, which I'm a little anxious about just because it's a big allergen and I feel like it could flake off and he could choke, you know, in pieces. So I don't know, Mama's a little upset about that one, but we're gonna go with it and just watch him closely like we've been doing. He's been doing really, really well. Like I said, he's tried 21 foods. Like, what the heck? That's one every weekday pretty much. And he's just doing so well. I am gonna try and implement more meat. You know, like tonight we're doing salmon. The only other meat he's tried is steak, but we do give him black beans, you know, once or twice a week, which he loves them for some protein, and his baby oatmeal, which let me go grab it so you guys can see. I originally just was gonna make a big batch of oatmeal and like heat it up for him, but the texture is just a little hard. See, this is better because it has added zinc and iron for him and some other vitamins, but it's just the beech nut oatmeal for babies and it has really clean ingredients and we've been loving it. I normally mix it in with some applesauce that I make or some like mashed bananas, and he likes it a lot better than just the plain old oatmeal. And here he is, little man decides to wake up from his nap, per usual, halfway through filming, which brings us to the sleep category. For the first couple weeks, he was on his schedule of going to bed around 8:30 and waking up twice in the middle of the night and getting up for the day at 8:30 in the morning. And he was taking 3 cat naps a day. Yes. And then a couple weeks in, he put himself on a 2-nap schedule, which was honestly amazing. Instead of his cat naps, his first nap just turned into an 1.5-hour nap. And then his second nap was an 1.5 hours. And at that time, it was too late because it was, oh no, not Mama's new plant. No, sir. That was Mama's birthday gift. Would you like this while we're waiting? Yes. Would you like that? Perfect. Where was I? So by the time he had his 2 long naps, there wasn't time for a long enough wake window before his 8:30 bedtime. And that was an amazing schedule. Mama was getting things done, feeling great. And then about a week ago, I don't know if it was a sleep regression or if he was just learning all these new skills, but it was bad. Like, it was probably the worst sleep regression, Will and I were talking about it, that we have experienced. Now, it could just be because we were on a schedule and we went to like totally off a schedule, which before when he would hit a regression, we weren't really on a schedule. So maybe it was just comparing what we were used to the craziness. No, that's Mama's new plant. Do I need to move it? Or do I need to get you a toy? Should we get you a toy? Be just a moment, okay? Just a moment, we'll go play. We'll go play in just a moment. But the regression was just insane. Didn't want to nap, even when I was holding him. And in the middle of the night, he'd wake up periodically just screaming. And we don't know why. He didn't want to lay down, he didn't want to sit, didn't want to play, didn't want to be held, just didn't want anything. I don't know if it was a late 6-month sleep regression, even though I thought we went through that. But it was a lot. He, recovered from that. We were back to 3 naps a day though, 3 cat naps a day, and his 8:30 bedtime. And then we were just about to move him to his room in his crib, and we all got sick. You can probably tell in my voice, we are all a little run down. Which we honestly have been trying all month to move him to his crib. Just like life was happening, we didn't have the time to deal with like possibly sleep training again, just time-wise and emotionally. So we were waiting, and then we were gonna move him that week that he had the regression, but we're like, oh, now he's in a regression, let's wait. And we were gonna move him the day he got sick. So everything's just been prolonged, but in my next update, just get ready for some sleep updates because we will be in our crib, won't we, William? Yes, you just turned 7 months, it's time. It was time a month ago. It was time a month ago. I think that wraps up all your updates, huh? Yeah, you still sleepy? You need to wake up a little more? Yeah, yeah. You giving out some free hugs today? I love this shirt, it says free hugs. I got it at that Once Upon a Child, huh? Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys all in our next video. Bye!